Hello and welcome. My name is Raymond Ijeomah, and this video is brought to you by Fortreal Rei Ltd. In this video, we're going to be talking about very important reasons why you should consider investing in a city like Abuja. Why should you invest in Abuja? As a matter of fact, a lot of persons are a bit confused as to where to invest in Nigeria generally. Particularly, we're going to visit our focus on discussing why you should invest in Abuja. I possibly will give you top 5 reasons why you should invest in this city. But before then, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I would kindly urge you to do so because this channel brings you nothing but the very best of real estate investment in Nigeria generally, but with specific focus in the city of Abuja. And we educate you. I'm a lawyer by profession with a focus in property transactions, and we by knowledge and experience we have over time understood seen certain things that play in the field of real estate transactions, and we know for a fact certain things that can help you invest safely and rightly in a city like Abuja and other areas in Nigeria, right? So we also educate you on everything you need to know as relates to investing safely in Nigeria, and also show you developing and developed areas where you should consider investing in, or somewhere you just want to come and chill, relax, and enjoy your money. For those of us who live in the diaspora, looking at possibly relocating to Nigeria, I mean, there are some very tasteful places you would want to consider investing in. I mean, living in, right? And so we're also going to show you some of those places. So generally, it basically just means that we've got you. I'm using all of that to say that you should consider investing in this YouTube channel because we bring you the very best of real estate investment here. All right, so quickly, why should you consider investing in a city like Abuja? So first, I'm going to take away the FCT idea, but also while I first of all look at the issue of population. So between 1991, when Abuja became the Federal Capital Territory, and sometime in 2010, Abuja actually became the fastest growing city in the world. The fastest growing city in the entire world, not just Africa. And over time, it has maintained a position of being one of the fastest growing in the world after 2010. And with that, as at today, one would safely say that Abuja is over 6 million people. One of the reasons that Abuja seems to have been experiencing a great increase in population is the fact that first, of course, is the FCT, right, the Federal Capital Territory. And as a seat of power, one would expect that a lot of persons will want to come here for greener pastures, and they would want to come and enjoy the amenities and every other thing that comes with the city of Abuja. So, and with that population growth and continuous and consistent migration to the city, it is natural for demand for real estate to be consistent. And you know that as far as real estate goes, there will always be demand. Real estate is not a want, real estate is a need. In every society, you cannot do without real estate. Either you are poor, in quote, or you are rich, or you are somewhere in between. There's going to always be need for real estate. And basically, for someone who just wants to farm, you need real estate. For someone who wants to do agriculture, you need real estate. So anywhere or in any position you find yourself in society, there is definitely going to be the need for real estate. And for a city like Abuja, where you have a lot of persons living in and moving in constantly, there will always be demand for real estate. So it means that wherever you choose to invest in right in this city, you are definitely going to enjoy great and massive returns on investments. So basically, to summarize that point, the logic is very simple. When there is continuous increase in population within the Federal Capital Territory or migration into the Federal Capital Territory, there's going to also be continuous demand for real estate, for shelter. People want to build houses, people want to live and rent houses. And then by virtue of that continuous demand on or for real estate, there's also going to be continuous increase in the price and appreciation of real estate generally. That's one very important reason why you must consider investing in a city like Abuja. The second reason you should consider investing in a city like Abuja is the fact that properties appreciate here at a massive scale. At a massive scale. I'll give you a couple of instances. So first, we checked out the property a couple of days ago, and the property was launched at 4 million in about 2 years. And as at today, that same property is going for 17 million naira. 17 million naira. So you try to imagine how much or what business you can do to get that kind of appreciation. As a matter of fact, the people who had bought at 4 million didn't do anything extra. They simply just bought. And by virtue of what I just talked about, which is a continuous increase in population, demand for land, there is an indirect impact in the sector that sort of increases the demand. We also know that some developers just sort of, just increase price, unilaterally. But that's not what I'm talking about. When you look at it at a general holistic level, you will understand that properties generally appreciate at a massive rate in Abuja. I once was listening to a consultant who was talking about how property that they bought here so many years ago has moved by over 2,000%. Property that was bought around 12 million naira was already going for over 300 million naira right here in the city. And when you look at that, you will know. And clearly speaking, one of the things that drives the appreciation is also the same thing I just explained a moment ago, which is the demand. Increase in population and demand for real estate. And with the increase in the demand, it basically just makes properties of land appreciate, right? So I think let's leave that point and go to the next one, which is the third point, and which is rental income. Rental income. This is key. And that's where I say, as a matter of fact, for both points I just made, is key because you don't have to live here in Abuja to make money here or to make money from Abuja. You don't have to even know Abuja for you to make money from Abuja. All you need is trusted brokers, trusted real estate company that would ensure that they are giving you the best, and which is what we've done over the years, right? For some of our clients, we don't even know how they look like. We don't know how they look like officially because we deal with clients who are not resident in Nigeria, and they just trust you enough to handle their investments, right? So I'm using that to also say that you don't have to live in Abuja, you don't have to know Abuja, but you can make a lot of money from Abuja because in a city like Abuja, like I just said, you enjoy a lot of appreciation from your investment. And for rental income, let me give a practical example. This is just on a comparative basis. I'm just comparing so that you understand the point I'm trying to make. This is not to ridicule any city at all. Please get the point. Now, when you move, as a way of making the point clear, when you move where I was living in GRO in Benin, if you are able to lift that house and bring it here to Abuja, the rent that you would get is going to be almost times 7 of what you would get for that same bill. And of course, it almost would cost the same amount of money to build that in another city. But for a city like Abuja, what changes is the fact that first, it is Abuja. It is the federal capital territory. And secondly, the population is more. And then there's further increase in demand for real estate. So altogether, we all know that rent is a big deal in Abuja. And the truth about it is that in as much as it's a big deal for those living, it is good news for you who is not resident in Abuja. So it means that you can have a property in Abuja that can be giving you as high as 5 million naira per annum. You can have a property in Abuja that can give you as high as 5 million naira per annum. And it will almost cost you the same money to erect that structure in another city that can give you, or that would give you, say, 1 million or even 500k per annum. So the difference is the city. The difference is the location. All right. So that's one of the reasons we strongly encourage you to consider investing in Abuja while you're looking at others. Of course, I mean, we're open to broker any deal for you if it's outside of Abuja, but whilst you prayerfully consider, we would encourage you to consider investing in Abuja, right? That's the third reason why you should consider investing in Abuja. Let's see if we can have two other reasons before our time crosses 15 minutes. So the fourth reason why you should consider investing or investing in Abuja, yes, is the fact that Abuja is amazing. Abuja is beautiful. Abuja is organized. Abuja is purpose built. And I mean, I give it to the International Planning Authority, the people who designed and planned Abuja. And I mean, yes, credit should be given to them. But when you look at the pattern or the places they studied before designing Abuja, one would expect nothing less from them. So they looked at places like Washington, D.C., Paris, and Brasilia in Brazil, right? And most of the things that were looked at were the security, congestion. I think, it is my opinion, I think that even if Abuja gets to say 10 million, 20 million people, I think that there might not really be as much congestion, because the city is the way it's planned. When you live in Abuja, drive through Abuja, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, when the city is sort of stretched in a way that congestion can't be managed, and even the roads are wide enough such that that where there's need for expansion, there's also room for that. So generally speaking, if you're someone who is looking at possibly relocating back to Nigeria, I think I would suggest that Abuja is part of your top priorities, because for someone who has lived in a organized setting, you would expect to want to have a replication of that back in Nigeria, and Abuja tops that. Really, Abuja tops that without any argument. The serenity, the beauty, the organization, and all of that. So that's one of the reasons I would encourage you to consider investing in a city like Abuja. And the very last reason I'm going to give you for why you should prayerfully consider investing in Abuja is the fact that it is the seat of power. It is the Federal Capital Territory. That comes with a lot of things, but when you look at it at an advantageous level, you know that if as a true investor, owning a property or a piece of the Federal Capital Territory is something that anyone can sort of booga about. You get that kind of thing. And generally, the fact that it's the FCT, the seat of power, you know that one of the things that make a location wealthy or expensive is the quality of the people living in the city. So in terms of the quality of people living in a city, you know that Abuja clicks or ticks that box, and Abuja is also considered one of the wealthiest places in the world. You can check that out, So yes, it is a Federal Capital Territory, and I know for a fact that as an investor watching this video, you sincerely want to own a piece of the Federal Capital Territory. And I think that should be the last reason I'll share with you here. Again, remember that all of this video, every content you find on this YouTube channel is brought to you by Fortreal Rei Ltd, a real estate company registered here in Nigeria. And we are naturally designed to bring you the best of real estate investment. And we also educate you, we bring you amazing content generally, so that you are properly informed and you have the best knowledge as it relates to investing safely and wisely, so that ultimately you get the best of the sector. As a matter of fact, we boast to want to be part of your financial success story as you journey to sustainable wealth through real estate investment. We don't look out for one-time transactions. We want to be there with you. We want to be part of that journey, so that when we look back 10 years ago, we say, oh, it was Fortreal, it was Raymond, it was Victor, it was Mirabel from Fortreal that helped to acquire my first property in the city of Abuja. And over time, that property has grown to be a great source of income and wealth for me. So that's the point for us. It's not one-time transaction. It is for us who want to be part of that journey. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Just stay in touch, have our number saved right on your screen, and we'll be available to present you or bring you the best of real estate investment. If you don't have them available right now, we'll definitely look out for them for you. Also to broker deals for you. You can also check our Instagram account where we also render rental services. If you're also looking at relocating or you want us to render services in that regard, we're also available to get that done for you. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next part of this video, where we're going to be talking about how to avoid real estate scams in Abuja. See you.